how many meetings are there, how many meetings are there in California, and blah, blah, blah. So me and this other fellow flew out there in 1977, and I met Jamie Cannon, Greg Pierce, Chuck Skinner, just Dennis McGoffrin, just a lot of people with World Services on the Board of Trustees. And I came home with full permission to help with the effort if I wanted to. And feeling my way forward, I experimentally wrote a few things. And one thing led to another. 2 years later, with Greg's help and some tutoring and good association, and I attended let's see, I'm trying to think, did I attend the World Service Conference? Okay, I attended the World Convention in '77. Attended the World Service Conference in '79 and got elected World Lit Chair. And at that time, there was only one World Lit Chair before me, so this was like ground zero for the WSC. And I could turn this into a history tape, but I'm not going to do that. The main thing about the WSC is it gave people, NA members from all, whether they had money or didn't, whether they had good education or didn't, I know that really came into play. It was willingness to serve and the group recognition, let's say. And that enhanced those people, and they turned in some great work in the areas of H&I, PI, literature, and so on. And it was a kind of thing where we all felt like it was up to us to give it our very best. And nobody was competing with anybody else. Everybody was trying to do their very best. And World Services, the office, the Board of Trustees, everything conspired to help us give it our very best. And you know, not only did we get the basic text done in a short time, but we also expanded the fellowship from a few hundred meetings to a few thousand meetings and went on from there. Got the basic text done, got a bunch of other things done, and reached a level of integration with the Worldwide Fellowship to where you had the same standing committees at the area level, H&I, PI, literature, and so on, and then at the regional level, H&I, PI, and so on. And then the WSC, you had H&I, PI, and so on. So the World H&I Chair could write a letter to all of the regional H&I chairs and deal with them as a group. And also those H&I chairs had direct access to a well-leveled trusted servant in charge of their service specialty, so they could get either a direct answer or, let's say, a group question and present that to all the other H&I folk. And that resulted in a great deal of progress. Similar stuff happened with PI. One of the things that came out of PI that I was always impressed with is the purpose of public information is to get an addict to a meeting. The reason it was called PI instead of PR is because PR deals with falsehood and misrepresenting the facts to sell a product, whereas public information is designed just to get an addict to a meeting, either by letting an addict know directly the meeting's available in the area or putting out notices in parole offices and that kind of thing, hospitals, different places, letting doctors, letting nurses know where we are and how to get to our meetings. And so that kind of got blown away. And I think that when addicts are coming into a group setting like the World Service Conference was, and learning things, and they're in Hollywood, California for the first time, and that kind of deal, it's very, very confusing. And yet in a short time they were brought up to speed, and we had some amazingly competent people. But as soon as the book got done, we had this cash flow going. We had a lot of people working at the WSO that tried to work in H&I, PI, literature, and so on, so that the volunteer standing committees became sort of like the non-paid, very skilled competition. And they got pushed off the road. And you can, when you're controlling a bureaucracy, you can arrange things so they play out in this direction or they play out in that direction. Just by making some little adjustments and just putting a little negative spin on something somebody could have said or might have happened, it can just really undo the whole damn thing. So we always believed in backing up the Narcotics Anonymous members, the groups, the miracle of individual recovery, the steps and traditions as written in the basic text. You know, that was our first fellowship-wide voice. The idea of a fellowship-wide group conscience used to be kind of like a nasty joke, a way to get rid of something. Oh, you can't do that. That'd take a fellowship-wide group conscience. Well, being the lit chair, I thought like, yeah, well, like fellowship-wide, how can we do that, Greg? And me and Greg and Jimmy and a few others worked out how you can do a fellowship-wide group conscience. You